All right, hey, what's up, everybody? Back with another day where I'm going to use the app called My Macros Plus to build my food plan for the day. I build these plans every day for myself, and at some point I thought, why not record how I am doing this, throw them up here on YouTube, and maybe help somebody else figure out how to build theirs as well. So if you find this to be helpful, please hit like on it, maybe even the subscribe while you are already here. Also, please check out my new website, cheapofitness.com. Link in the description down below. This is where I'm spending my time digging through Amazon looking for fitness deals, discounts, coupon codes, sales, basically anything to help you save a few bucks while you're trying to stay fit. Cheapofitness.com. Link is going to be down below. Let me go ahead and get my app rolling. I'm going to put a link in the description down below as well to this app on both the iOS and the Android stores. That way you can go and get it directly if you'd like. It costs like $2 or $3 to get, but well worth it if it helps you stay consistent. So let's talk about what I've done here so far, and then we're just going to finish it out together very quickly. I've built most of my plan already. I have not eaten anything today. It's 11:32. The only thing I've done is actually my one of my workout meals here. So very quickly, I do a three-step process every time that I build my meal. It just helps me stay consistent and helps me sort of, one of the hardest things whenever you're trying to think like, well, how do I build a food plan is where do I start? Well, for me, having a three-step system helps me answer that question every single time. And step one is I put in my staples. Whether you're building it for just one day or building it for multiple days, a staple is something that you can count on every single day to be pretty much the exact same thing. You don't have to think about, well, what am I going to eat during this time frame? And for me, my staples are my pre and my post workout meals. Even if I'm not going to work out, I still start off with this one because I need the protein anyway. And two, again, it helps me just get started to get the build going. And my pre and my post workout are staples because they've always got some sort of a whey protein in them. In fact, you can see I've got the ISO Pure chocolate peanut butter isolate protein powder on both my pre and my post. By the way, link in the description down below to get that on Amazon. It's fantastic. And then some gummy bears on my post-workout. Pretty standard for me. That's why they're staples, and that's why they're easy. Now, what you do for step two is ask yourself, is there anything I am craving today that I want to make sure to squeeze into my meal so that I can feel like I'm living a little bit, right? Sometimes whenever you're quote-unquote dieting or you're restricting your calories, it's easy to get unmotivated because you're not eating food that you want. So I try to find an opportunity to get foods that I still want into my days. For me, I actually did have a craving today, and it was cereal. I've got an old person cereal that is my favorite, which is Raisin Nut Bran. I've just always liked Raisin Nut Bran. I don't know what that is, but Raisin Nut Bran, you can see it. I've added here 2% reduced fat milk, 2 cups of that, and then 2 ounces of Raisin Nut Bran. Now, used to, whenever I was on a bulk, I would do 4 ounces of Raisin Nut Bran. The problem is so many cereals are so high in carbohydrates that if I did 4, it would double my carbs from 70 grams to 140 grams for just that one bowl of cereal. And I'm only allowed I think 220 total grams of carbs. So, if you use 140 of the 220 on just your cereal, it doesn't leave a lot for the rest of the day. So I knocked it down to just 2 ounces there, but it's still a craving and it'll still pacify my urge to splurge, so to speak. So that's step two, put in your cravings. Then you can just go on to the last step. Step three is build your meal now, starting with the first meal of the day that you're going to eat and work your way back. That's what I've done so far. What I've got here for breakfast is just 4 regular eggs. I'm able to do the regular eggs again because the new plan I am on gives me a little bit more fat to work with. I'll put a link in the description down below also to 2 different calculators that I have used that helps me figure out how much of each of these how much protein, carbs, and fat to actually be taking in. So I've got the eggs on here with a cup of chicken bone broth and then a slice of mild cheddar cheese. And I'll just split that and put it on the eggs. This is not a fat-free cheese. This is a regular cheese because, again, I got more fat that I can play with right now. For lunch, very basic, 2 wraps. These, I'm going to put some broccoli slaw on each one of them. It's just some raw broccoli slaw. Doesn't really have any taste, but it just gives me a little bit of greens in my day. Some deli chicken is going to be on this particular wrap with some guacamole and some fat-free, flavor-free Greek yogurt. I like that on my wraps because it reminds me of sour cream, and I love sour cream. Now for dinner, let's put a pin in this because right now I've got 2 buffalo chicken patties. These are the vegan patties you pick up from Walmart. We're going to come back to that in a second because for dinner, that's not much to work with. For snacks, again, I got the Raisin Nut Bran. I got 1 bag of Quest protein chips and then 2 cheese sticks. So what that leaves me with is 2 different things. One, if you look at the top, we can see my overall numbers. They're looking pretty good. My carbs are still a little bit off. I can use some more carbs in my meal. And I'm still 320 total calories away from hitting my max number of calories. So I'd like to burn about 200 more of those if possible. But now because my dinner is sort of odd, this is where I'm kind of putting some of this stuff together, which is I need something else for dinner. But if you look at the numbers at the top, I also need some carbs. So we're going to put those two things together. 1 plus 1 is going to equal 2 here, and we're going to add some carbs into my dinner. Whenever I think of carbs and like for meals, I think of veggies, or I think of like even like baked beans. So let's think about the Bush's fat-free baked beans. I've had those quite a bit. Now again, I need 26 carbs. Let's add some Bush's baked beans into this situation, and let's see, that's country style. And for 126 grams, that's 29 grams of carbs. That's just a little bit high. So let's move that to about 100 total grams of, I don't want that for breakfast. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to do it. So let's see what that does. So that knocked my carbs down to almost nothing. My fat's still a little bit high, but that's okay. I have 200 total calories remaining, and this is a better dinner because now it's the buffalo chicken patties and then also some baked beans on the side with that. Now, because my fat's still high, I could add something else in here as long as it's under the 200 calories that I have remaining. When I think of things that are high in fat, I think of things, again, like guacamole, right? Guacamole is, and I'd like to put some guacamole on my buffalo chicken patties here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add another guacamole here, which is going to be another 11 grams of fat, which is going to work out nicely on those two patties. And you can see these numbers now here at the top are looking really nice. Double digits across the board, which we like to see. I went over just a little bit of my protein and my carbs, but the way this day built out, I'm happy with it. I got my cravings worked in here, and my dinner ended up working out as well. So this looks good. So, the main point with today's plan was we had to mentally look at, okay, I needed something else for dinner, and what do my numbers at the top tell me that I still need? And then taking that need based off those numbers at the top, and then putting food in on that meal that fit those numbers. So it was a little bit of taking from here and making sure to work those in there, and it's a win in both categories. I got a better dinner, and my numbers at the top look good. So that's how today's plan went. Thanks so much for watching. Again, the app is called My Macros Plus. Links in the description down below. Check out cheapofitness.com. Deals on stuff that I'm finding on Amazon, fitness stuff. Check it out, link in the description below as well. If this was helpful, hit like, maybe even subscribe. I'm going to go because I got some food to eat. Peace out. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you on tomorrow's video.